This is News You Can Use.
Recently, we hosted a meeting with Doug Duncan, Senior Vice President and Chief Economist for Fannie Mae, to discuss his latest housing forecast for 2022. Over the years, no economist has more accurately predicted what's coming next for our industry than Doug and his team. He shared during our exchange a wealth of knowledge that we've been sharing with you in bite-sized pieces over the last several weeks. Today, I want to share with you some data that Doug shared with us regarding his most recent forecast. The first data point to note is total home sales for the upcoming 6 quarters. The last 2 quarters for this year, 2021, and for the 4 quarters comprising 2022. For the next 2 quarters, we can expect the total number of housing sales to be around 6.7 million on an annualized basis. As we move to 2022, those numbers are expected to hover around 6.5 million homes for the entire year. When compared to 2021, 2022 looks to represent a small decline of around 3.4% in total sales, coming off of the high point in 2021 of 6.8 million in a quarter. So there is reason to be encouraged that there remains significant opportunity in our industry in 2022. Maybe not quite as much as in 2021, a record year, but plenty of opportunities nonetheless, especially on buy-side transactions. When it comes to home financing, there are 2 different stories at play. There'll be a sharp decline in refinances in 2022. In fact, a nearly 50% decline from a yearly total of just over $2.4 trillion in 2021 to $1.3 trillion in 2022. Purchase home finances are actually expected to increase next year from $1.8 trillion in 21 to over $2 trillion in 22. That means despite slightly fewer transactions next year, the total volume in the home origination business, purchase business, is expected to increase. Why? Prices are increasing. Here's my take. If you've operated as a typical mortgage lender over the past 2 years, you've likely built your business around refinances. Well, it was driven by all-time low interest rates. As interest rates start to tick up next year, there'll be far fewer opportunities to refinance folks. People have already refinanced, taking advantage of the low rates. So the opportunity next year clearly lies in your business and mine in the home purchase and home purchase finance business. Supreme Lending, we've never allowed ourselves to be distracted from our business, yours and mine. We focused during the refinance avalanche on providing you and your customers on-time service, the industry's best service. We've been by your side through the challenges of the last 2 years, and we remain committed to delivering the industry's best customer experience going forward. I know what you're thinking, though. All these predictions from Doug, they sound great, but are we in a bubble? And if so, when is the bubble going to burst? Well, let's see what Doug Duncan had to say when we asked him that question.
But also because the run-up in prices has been so dramatic that it's even with the presence of low interest rates, there's an affordability challenge in front of people as well. 15% increase in house prices last year, another 19 or 20% increase this year, unprecedented. And in the event that you think that raises the risks that we're going to see a bubble kind of a mindset, down payments have actually risen. LTVs, origination LTVs are actually better. Credit quality is actually better. So it's difficult to see the whole bubble thing happen. Now, one more thing about Fed policy. In this instance, it's pretty clear to me that one of the impacts of this extremely low, long period of interest rates is asset appreciation. But for that to be a problem, if they raise rates and house prices come down, it would have to be that there was no equity. And 3/4 of households, at least, in the United States that have a mortgage and own a home with that mortgage have over 10% equity in the property. Would we expect that there would be a 15% decline in house prices in any given year? We don't see that. So we just don't see the thing that we saw in 2007 to 2009.
So there you have it. There's reason to be encouraged, as there's no sign today pointing to a housing bubble and therefore a bubble bursting anytime soon. This is news you can use.